The Gauntlet? Oh, you said the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is a BladeBound series, and it's sponsored by Screen. Try Screen today.
All right, so I had it right here. Where's my fear tracker? Where's all my notes? Why are my notes gone? All my notes from last session were here.
AJ?
I can't find anything.
AJ?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Everything. I've lost my stat blocks, my fear tracker, the rulings I made last session. I had a PDF that had all my notes and had another PDF that had all my adversaries, and now I can't find anything.
You're tabbing again, aren't you?
I mean, no, I have screens. I'm organized.
AJ, you sound stressed. Just use Ember Screen.
I have a screen.
No, not that kind of screen. Ember Screen. It's that one focused digital GM screen built for Daggerheart. It has fear tracker, stat blocks, rulings all in one place and all in one tab. You just set it up before the session and just run the game.
Wait, so I can have everything on one tab? I can have my encounters, my fear tracker, and not lose my thread?
Exactly. No juggling PDFs, no screenshots. You just stay locked in on your players in the moment.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
I mean, it is. Just check out Ember Screen. If you want to run Daggerheart without breaking immersion, this is it. It's so easy. Literally, Adam can do it.
I just GM'd 4 campaigns.
And if you want to try it out, use code BladeBound at checkout on Ember Screen. That gets you 20% off Ember Screen purchases.
That's BladeBound. It's all caps, no spaces, 20% off. Check out Ember Screen.
I mean, he told y'all that we missed y'all, so
I know. I wish we could. I wish we could. We just need to schedule that for a different time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Gauntlet. We're so glad you're here. If you're new to the series, this is where we dive into basically every Daggerheart campaign frame. Basically running a one-shot in an adventure that brings to life a fresh new cast, a new story, and, just kind of spotlights what makes each episode and each campaign frame special. And in today's episode, we're tackling Motherboard, a world where essentially faith and magic is built on circuitry, and ruins have this old ghostly hum of code. Basically, the survivors of this world are thrusted into a post-apocalyptic world where all these forgotten machines are alive, and these echoes from the Motherboard herself kind of take shape. Magic essentially is all technology. But as you can see in somewhere on the screen, whether they're below or above me, I think they'd be next to or below me.
I think next to you, probably.
Are some special guests to join us on this wasteland. Matt and Allison from the Pocket Dimension.
Yay!
Hi.
Reunited, and it feels so good. Sorry.
You guys want to introduce yourselves? Like, where are you from? What do you guys do over there on the Pocket Dimension?
Take it away,
Allison.
Matt.
Oh! We both literally nose-nosed at the same time.
Yeah, we basically do everything that BladeBound does, basicly, but they just do it a little bit better.
Sexier.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. You see that hair?
Yeah.
Both the hairs. Let's see.
Yeah,
That's our
no
problem,
color.
guys. We need colored
Yeah,
hair.
you need
That's what
factual
it is.
colors
That's
in
what
your
it
hair.
is.
That's what we forgot.
That's what it is.
It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll
my
hook
gosh.
y'all up with our stylists. Yeah, we do.
Please.
We love TTRPGs and fun hair,
Yes.
specifically Daggerheart, just like
Right.
the BladeBound boys.
No.
We
That's true.
just want to exist on a diet of exclusively hope and fear, with a couple other things sprinkled in here and there.
A couple of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear as mud.
Just-
How do we do explaining that?
Clear as mud. Yeah.
Clear as
No,
mud.
I think that's
Yeah,
it.
Actually,
before we
I'm
get-
sorry. Clear as code.
Clear
Let
as
me get on
Code's
brand
not-
for
Oh.
It's good, yeah.
Wait
I mean,
a minute.
I will say, before we jump into this, with Adam and AJ also here as players,
Okay.
we do kind of need to know a little bit more about the people that you'll be playing as. So who'd like to go first to tell us about how your character is introduced in this world and what makes them tick?
Yes.
Oh, we're doing nose goes.
It's
Oh.
Matt. That's Matt. Matt's
It's
doing it.
Matt.
It's me. All right, my character is named. He just goes by Crash. He is a Hearthborn half human, half gnome wizard. He's got a lot of human in him though, but you can tell that he's a gnome, but he's got these oversized features like big ass ears and a large nose. He wears super chunky glasses, a bow tie that he's put together, and a leather. It would be a sweater vest if he wasn't trying to, valiantly protect himself on some small level. But it's he wears a leather vest, and he is he's constantly dealing with some kind of anxiety that because he's just really not used to being out of the basement, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, I know, which is something we can all relate to. But he is a very people tell him that he's a very sweet guy.
He's a very sweet guy.
Yeah, we'll see if that pans out or not.
Yeah.
Let's crash.
Adam, you want to kick us off next?
Sure. I will be playing Stack, another one-syllable character. He is young adult age goblin. He's got gray skin, again, big floppy ears. I feel like me and Matt kind of got together on this one. Doesn't have a big nose or anything, just very average goblin. Nothing
Okay.
Yeah, nothing really too stand out about him, aside from the fact that he's just very energetic, very excited about life, and just wants to go explore stuff. He's got a little bit of a background as a scavenger, and essentially got sent out on a find yourself mission because his dad really didn't feel like he was taking himself serious enough. So he got sent out on a, hey, you need to go figure out what you care about aside from just exploring and having a good time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Tough love right
what
there.
class are you playing, Adam?
I am playing, a ranger, a Wanderborn ranger.
And then between the two AKs or AJs,
Oh, I'll go ahead and go.
go for it.
Don't be shy.
I'm playing Billy. He is a Seaborn Fawn assassin. He was once a naval captain who, in a tragic encounter with some pirates, lost his crew and lost his way. He was found and was retrained in the ways of secrecy and assassination-y stuff. So he was once a big bolsterous, kind of the life of the party. Now he has moved in silence because of a grievous wound he has to his throat.
Oh, dang.
Hold on, AJ. Do you bring a pirate to a motherboard session?
I mean, kinda.
Yes,
he
he
was once a
did.
pirate.
Once a pirate, always a pirate, though, AJ.
As the audience can see, I don't know what they're coming up with. I'm interested to see how this fits.
He's not a pirate anymore.
Used to be.
I'm just
He used to be.
curious. I didn't know there was a piracy in the on the
Listen,
seas of the Motherboard. No,
pirates-
we'll see. We'll see.
Vibe
Pirates exist
code.
anywhere.
That's pirates
When,
can
if
definitely
there
vibe
is
code.
if there is something hidden to be found, there are pirates there willing to take it from people who
Yeah.
found it first.
Sexy space
fair. That's fair.
pirates.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And last and certainly not least, AK, what are you playing?
Ruining my fantasies.
I didn't get the memo about the one syllable sexiness.
You
Don't
made
worry,
up
I
for
didn't
all of
either.
your syllables.
I
Yeah.
brought first and last name to this party. I am playing Cassia Morvain. She is an Infernus, Loreborn sorcerer, elemental. She is basically a grown-up, gifted, and talented. Some might use the word prodigy to describe her. Just a little too nerdy and not good at peopling, not good at reading the room all of the time. She is here. She was once part of a crew who was assigned. They have in the Aether Forges where they're harnessing the power of the universe, of the stars, and there was a reactor that she was sent to repair. And unfortunately, the part that was the reactor part of it, I'm not good at the words this time. Cassie is great at them. Allison's not. There was an explosion and it killed everybody in the crew. Super, super sad moment. But a piece of the Aether Crystal powering this, a shard of it, embedded itself in Cassia. And she somehow miraculously survived it. But by the time she returned from the mission, it had begun to like forge and itself into her frame and kind of rewrite her own biological code. So she ran to her best friend Crash, who helped her determine that she was safer with this shard embedded than trying to remove it.
Yeah, I've had some experience with such things.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we bonded and know each other, and both saved and changed her life. Crash did. Physically, she is, as an Infernus, she also has kind of a gray purpley skin tone. And I would describe her eyes as like, full eclipses with a ring of molten gold around them. She wears very like utilitarian, black forged clothing, dark hair, and then she's got some very small horns right at her temples. And that's Cassia.
Hi, Cassia.
Not a pirate. I'm so sorry. I didn't get the memo. I wish.
With everyone's kind of characters expressed, I think the motherboard stirs on the other side of this table. So I asked one question. Is everyone ready to jump into this?
Yes.
Ready.
Summon horror.
Horror.
Summon horror.
Yeah.
That is a natural
20?
20. I don't think I've ever had anyone quadruple the severe threshold.
Quadruple it?
This would be a first.
Wow.
On your adventure, kind of navigating through the forest, leaving the town and kind of small city of Argents, this city that is built on refugees that essentially are just a collective of people that have provided a space to be free from remnant touch. But you all have received a mission upon a strange anomaly that has happened a few days ago. Within the last week, the code has begun to fragment. Strange luminous anomalies that everyone has been calling tears have been falling from the sky. Some of the faith-bound pilgrims call it her weeping, referring to the code. Some just say it's just the corrupted memory backups that fragment from the dying of the motherboard's consciousness. But now these tears have started to speak. The city that was once protected now has a hard time even leaving because it infects the individuals within, and the remnants nearly going docile, erasing some of their built directives until a point in which they all snap and enter a rage state. Argent's leaders have essentially dispatched you all to investigate the most recent crash of a large fragment of tears in the Lament Basin. And so, as you approach on this kind of wind-powered carriage, you all stand around a briefing chamber. Hums of static from a kind of projection of this individual known as Priv Mayor Rodek, your kind of leader of the community. Her voice is sharp, but it's very deliberate. But the connection's very hard, and you get the sense that she notices it immediately and just very quickly says, "Trace the tear signal. Secure its source code. Prevent contamination." As she attempts to say one more thing, but the hollow just starts to flicker and her face kind of fragments into pixels. And just like that, you just hear the sounds of tears falling from the sky. Noticing that you're getting really close, you find yourselves in kind of this over-canopied mountain structure, heading towards the basin. In this, you all get out of your vehicle, walking forward into where the rain and these tears cannot touch you. On your way in, some of you begin having conversation about just everything that has happened in your lives thus far, how you got put in this position, how you have become heroes of Argent. Can I have everyone roll a duality here to see who goes first as we tee off some connection questions here?
19 for Crash.
Okay.
19 as well with fear.
Okay. What was yours, Crash?
Oh, with fear, yes.
Oh.
Anyone higher than 19?
No, I got
17.
15.
I think that's a second roll for the two of you then for rollies.
We all rolled really high, though.
About to say, we go 15,
Wasted them all.
17, 19.
Yeah.
Go second roll between Crash and Stack.
So 14 for Stack.
Crash and stack, crash and stack and stack.
9.
Okay.
Mm.
Go Stack.
Stack, kick us off.
Shoot. All right.
Dude, I didn't want to go first. Wait a minute. Wow, that's
I didn't want to go first.
Well, actually, I got one
Why am
less.
I always first?
I think Stack is going to look over to Cassia on this ride, and I want to know, what did you teach me about surviving in the Echo Vale? And what have I taught you in return?
Cassia's elemental origin is actually in something she calls radiance. The very matter of star stuff itself. And I think that you two have had a lot of conversations around what she calls radiant output versus emotional input, as you just kind of all learn balance in all things. Because I think that's something that she struggles with, right? Like, she tends to give and give and give more than she has to give. And so perhaps, like, she taught you the words for it, but you taught her how to, like, actually harness it and maintain and have, that balance of the various forces in both the work and play that you probably do together.
Yeah.
Light side and dark side.
I like that.
All right. Take it that means I'm supposed to go. I'm going to roll for it. I'm going to let the dice decide what I'm asking. Okay, so that is a 9 with hope. It's the same question that I was just asked by Stack. So do I. Okay, I'm going to ask Crash. So Matt, tell me up or down. Just say up or down.
Up, please.
Okay. How did we convince a community to trust us with their tech? And what responsibility did we promise to uphold? How did we convince the community?
Yeah, we convinced the community to trust us by we did a little, it wasn't a puppet show because to me, Fowler, the hair that is made of star particles and nanobots that you gave me, Fowler is a sentient creature, but together we put on with Fowler's help, we put on a puppet show for the children of the community, and specifically the ones that were ill and not doing well, and so we kind of had a big thing in town, and it was partly to show that we had mastery over code and technology in general, but that's kind of how we won their hearts. What was the second part of the question? I've already forgot.
That's okay. It was kind of a long question.
Yeah.
What responsibility did we promise to uphold?
Yes. So the responsibility was to do our very best to find aid for the community, a very, very poverty-stricken community, a lot of illness, a lot of hardship, and so we promised them that we would try to help, and we did. We ended up helping. It was one of our best gigs, one of our most rewarding gigs. Yeah.
Now you go ahead and roll a 9 with hope.
Yes, please.
Let's just all ask each other the same question. It'll be much easier.
Yeah, let's just over and over and over. Let's see. Billy? I like this one better. What arcane text have we both studied? And what secret did it reveal to us that sparked our curiosity?
Ooh. I think that during one of our travels, I think we actually came across a form of code that neither you, me, or anyone we've brought it to has yet to be able to decipher what it is.
JavaScript. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
JavaScript.
And I think that through that, it's kind of given us a new, I guess a side quest to find if there's anyone or anything that references this form. We think it's code, but the symbols are stuff that we just have never seen before. So we don't know if it's a different, like an older text that we can't read, or if it's a different whole from a different civilization. So I think it's kind of become a side quest of ours to figure out if this thing can be deciphered.
Yeah, and what power
what
might
is it?
be.
Yeah.
What is it? Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I love that, and I see the GM start writing notes. It's fine. But okay, so that means I go to stack. All right. What forgotten song, image, or phrase from the old world did we find in the waste, and how did it become a ritual between us?
What song, image, or what else? A phrase?
Phrase, yeah.
Macarena starts playing in the background.
Macarena, hi.
Yeah, so while we were journeying in these wastelands, we came across a small building. It was dilapidated, broken down, and when just kind of searching through the remnants of it, journeying from far away, we found this ballad that was sung. It was scratchy, and we couldn't really make out some of the nuances of it, but the chorus was "Don't stop believing."
Shut up.
We've held on to that for years. Years.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't stop believing.
Song's spoken with good
Even when
words.
you're living in a lonely world, you know?
What is a street light? Can someone explain that to me? It's the only other phrase I could catch.
Not yeah.
Where's South Detroit at? I have no idea. Never heard of this place.
Where is South Detroit? Yeah.
The descent into this vale feels like you're walking through static. To your left and right, the rocks themselves, you notice, are kind of lined with this net code that almost feels like it's reverberating back and forth. Shards of like bent metal from some of the remnants that have kind of scratched on the sides of the rock kind of stick out like a broken antenna almost. And then you hear it passing, and you see this wide opening at the end of this kind of stone hallway. This wide open space. You hear the rain hissing once more. Each drop is a kind of flicker of blue light that kind of slowly fractures, and then once it hits the ground, almost pools and gets absorbed by the earth. And for a few seconds, you can hear each drop as you're closer to the basin.
almost hum. And then what you thought were trees or buildings or bushes, you start to notice they aren't. Instead, they are remnants. These mechanical creatures that eat off the code, eat off of the source, that they themselves are what can only be described as sentient. They just lie scattered. They look to be dead, but at this point, with the afflictions of Tyr, you're not sure if they're dead or if just in that docile state. Can I have someone make an instinct roll? Whoever thinks that they'd be kind of scouring and wishes to proceed.
Let's say
I tend to have pretty good instincts. I don't mind.
Hey, Crash, go ahead and make me an instinct roll here.
All right, that's a 14 with hope.
14 with hope. As you look over, you notice that in the midst of all these remnants, something does stick out. You see what looks to be this kind of almost makeshift umbrella made from like a large palm. And then there's an individual standing underneath it, standing within like very close range of this remnant that almost doubles its size. But then they're not standing, they're kneeling. And you hear them mumbling as tears drip on the palm frond down to the ground. The rest of the basin is open, but the only person that you for sure know is alive is this individual with this palm frond umbrella.
They don't see us, I'm assuming.
Back completely turned around. You hear mumbling, but that mumbling as it continues just sounds like repetition. Could be a prayer, a ritual, could be mad. You're unsure.
Yeah.
But what do you do as Crash points this out to you all?
Do we think that they could be dangerous?
Is anybody getting a read from them of any kind?
I mean, it kind of looks like he's just sitting there to me. He's probably fine.
Would you like for me to investigate the waveform further? And I will go ahead and conjure my floating eye, spending a hope to do so.
Go for it.
So with this, I can create a small floating orb. I can move anywhere within very far range. While it's active, I can see through the orb as though I'm using my own position. And I can transition between my own senses, seeing through the orb freely. So I'll kind of put a hand on Crash's shoulder.
Is the orb invisible?
I think it is, I would call it spectral. It kind of has a shimmering radiance to it.
As this kind of hologram almost kind of like spawns and begins moving forward, you kind of like lock in some of the more cybernetic components of your body, kind of begin to see through this eye. Can you just have it make a finesse roll for me to avoid a finesse or agility? I'll using your modifier.
Oh, finesse I'm actually okay at.
As you're trying to attempt to avoid getting hit by the tears.
Okay. That is going to be a 15 with fear.
15 with fear.
You're welcome.
I'll go ahead and take that. With a 15 with fear, you manage to avoid it. As you are walking forward, or as the eye is kind of floating forward, it manages to make it to the individual. You begin to hear, it's like, Mother, allow the passing of my siblings to be consumed within your code. Mother, allow the passing of my siblings to be consumed within your code. And then you notice that there is a body at his feet. That of essentially a woman. Looks to be about the same age, maybe a little younger. About 30s, both of them. and it's in between him and this still remnant, who, as you look at this remnant, you begin to notice the features of kind of like pointed out blades around where its mouth would be. You see these kind of like almost antenna-like tendrils that kind of would be where horns are, that are currently dilapidated. Its body is much larger and kind of resembles very similarly to an elk of some kind. But with that fear, he kind of, what was that? What is... And he kind of like looks, and at one point as he's looking over through this, he makes eye contact with the eye, just does not know it's there. And with that, the remnant begins to kind of have a faint like spark and light. It's not moving, but you definitely saw a spark through your eyes.
And I'm updating exactly what I see and hear, exactly as I see and hear it.
I don't like the idea of a sparking remnant too much.
Yeah, do you think it would hurt the guy? Like the remnants, I don't think they're nice normally, right?
Do we think he's
I'll say as well,
some kind of death rites?
With that role, you do recognize that this individual is a pilgrim of some kind. The pilgrims within this space are very faith-bound. They believe that the code is natural, and they believe that the Motherboard is a god of some kind. Though, while the pilgrims do also live within Argent and kind of live with some of the communities, pilgrims are not often seen well because of just how clear the remnants, or how clear of a threat the remnants are.
So it's weird that there's a remnant walking with this pilgrim.
It's weird that there's a... I wouldn't say the remnant's walking, but it's weird that he's standing next to a remnant this close. They are fully aware of the danger of the remnants, but they believe that the remnants are corrupted. That it's not the remnants' fault. It's
Yeah, and can be
something else
saved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That looks like a memory degradation in the core lattice if I've ever seen that. Whew.
Couldn't have said it
What
better
am I
myself.
I don't even know what you said, but yeah.
I'm going to spend a fear here as you are all sitting here. The tears suddenly stop dropping. You hear this kind of choral hum from beyond the other side of this large open space, and it just goes vroom, 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 and it begins to harmonize, kind of sounding almost like a dying organ, but you hear the frequencies begin to vibrate. Can I have all of you make a presence reaction roll for me?
Oh boy. Yikes.
Could have been worse.
14. Okay.
Wow. 5.
10.
14 to 12. 14. With that, you, the two of you, Cassia and Crash, you can't hear. You are marked vulnerable and you cannot hear.
What?
The rest of the two of you notice that there's something going on.
Further waveform corruption, interference.
What the heck was that, dude?
Do we? I have no idea. Do we have any idea where it came from? That sound?
The two of you see their mouths moving, but nothing comes to your mind, except that same song, that harmonic static almost.
Sack's just gonna turn and tap the shoulders of Crash and Cassia. But hey, are you guys okay? And like tap shoulders and try to communicate best I can.
What? Sorry, I can't hear you. And he says it over loud.
Hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Recalibrating kinetic data. Stellar overload. Overdrive
That's
imminent.
not good.
I'm going to spend another fear as that remnant that's standing by the pilgrim. The pilgrim, upon kind of hearing, "Can you hear me?" and kind of hearing the mumbling behind, like stands like, "Who are you all?" And then you see the remnant behind him. Its lights go flicker, 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 and then go into a solid red line as the light in between its eyes isn't two dots like it would be with us. It's just a single red line. As it looks forward, you see this guy's only about, I'd say, at far range of you all at this point, but he is not aware of the remnant that has just stood up.
Yeah, seeing the eyes go red, Billy's going to dash to the remnant.
Okay. As you dash, make an agility roll for me.
That's pretty good. That's 23 with hope.
23 with hope. You successfully make it. You run forward and kind of run past. As you do so, the individual's like, what are you doing here? And just before he even like completes saying anything, you push him out of the way as the remnant with this kind of like this scarred horn kind of charges forward, and you both kind of split the distance. Both of you are now within melee range of this creature.
Yeah. So with that, I'll pull out my heavily modified, basically a baseball bat. And this is midnight, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing.
Okay. Make the attack roll. As you pull this out, can you describe to me what this baseball bat kind of looks like and how you've outfitted all these augments onto it?
Yeah. So what you'll see is it's a full metal baseball bat. It's longer than your average baseball bat. It's got built-in spikes. It's actually got a reservoir that's empty right now, but it looks like it'd be filled with some sort of fluid, whatever. And yeah, it's really gnarled looking. It's got all the tech running through it. But if imagine a cyberpunk baseball bat, that's what we're going for.
As in the Motherboard campaign frame, rather than having standard weapons, instead you have a specialized weapon that you have been crafting from all the pieces that you've gathered, called Iconus. Your Iconus is something specifically designed to you, and everyone has one Iconus with 4 augments on it. So as you swing, go ahead and make the attack roll here.
Yeah, that is what is it? Golly, +6? What the heck? 16 + 6, 22 with hope.
22 with hope is going to succeed. Go ahead and go ahead and roll for damage here.
Okay. I'm also going to mark a stress to use kick.
Okay.
Which is another 2d6. That's another 6 on top. So that's going to be 41 points of damage.
Yeah, 41 points of damage.
Actually, hold on. Sorry. I forgot. I am an assassin, Executioner's Guild. The first time in a scene you succeed on attack, double the damage of the attack. So it's going to be 81 points of damage.
What?
Actually.
Dang.
What?
I rolled really good on my main attack. I rolled
severe threshold. That is going to be 4 points of damage, doubling the severe threshold. As you do so, can you describe to me what this looks like as you kind of hit into this large elk-like body?
So yeah, I imagine you see him dashing through. He's going to forearm shiv the pilgrim out of the way, unsheath his bat, and with one uppercut swing straight up to the jaw.
Yeah, as you do so, your kick, where does that leave you?
That's going to push him. No, to kick me off the mark stress to kick yourself off.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that swing and use the momentum to kind of almost pirouette behind him.
Okay. In doing so, then, I am going to trigger its reaction. On its reaction, I am going to mark a stress, as it's just going to make its kind of cybernetic screech, and it's just going to kind of or call, as it's going to kind of like echo out, and it's this sound. It kind of sounds like the back of a kind of dubstep bass, but with the intermixings of the kind of lair and shrill of an elk. Can you make me, and actually the pilgrim will also be making this roll, can you make me an instinct roll here?
That's not as great. Instinct, you say? Oh god, it's a -1 too. 8.
8. That is going to be a fail as you take 17 points of tech damage because there is no magic damage in a motherboard frame. It is all tech based. So 17 points of tech damage here to you as you see the pilgrim kind of like pilfer back. With that, on a failed, your next attack roll is done with disadvantage. Any armor that you're using here?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mark a hit point and mark an armor.
Yeah, with that, on the end of my GM move, I just see an opportunity here. The pilgrim is going to kind of sit there as the rest of you are kind of rushing forward or kind of prepping a weapon attack. The pilgrim itself runs up to you, Billy, and just says, "No, don't harm Mother! Don't harm Mother!" And is just going to like kind of push and shove you. In addition to that, I am going to say I do need you to make a strength check if you wish to make another action, as he is going to try to just harm and restrain you. But we'll get to that if you decide to move. But he is grabbing you, hugging you, trying to make sure that you don't get anywhere close to Mother anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Who's walking forward as the creature lets out this call and sees the three of you?
We're about far range.
Yeah, about far
Ish.
range here. Yeah.
Okay, even if I have to run up a little bit, I'm gonna try to mystic tether this remnant,
Yeah.
which I'm going to reboot as just tether and let's see. I'm just gonna first to see talk
these
about it and
cybernetic-
then
the wraps of
Yeah.
like what is cybernetic encode that sits on the ground, like these tears kind of manifest.
yeah.
Almost like coated chains.
Ooh. 12. It's only a 12. I wanted to roll first before I described what was happening, but
Kind of navigating, you notice something's a little bit different about the space. As you're kind of calling, your magic is having difficulty landing because as you kind of like bring the chains up, you notice the chains are in this constant state of movement, almost like a wave or like a sound wave where it just keeps reverberating back and forth and it kind of shakes off. You can't maintain that control just because of the space. With that failure, I am going to take my turn here. The creature's not aware of you, Billy, as it lost sight of you after flipping behind it. It's just going to charge forward. With that charge, I'm going to spend a fear for that charge, actually. So that way it's all a single roll and is going to make a charge attack. Between the three of you there, who's the tallest?
Is it? I'm guessing it's me. If we've got a goblin and a gnome boy,
And a gnome
half. No,
All right. Cassia,
Yeah.
it is
Cassia,
running.
Noman.
I'll
It's
take it.
charging directly
Noman.
towards you. Cassia does a 12 hit.
that is my evasion.
Just hits. Okay, with a
Beats it,
12,
beats it.
that is going to be big rolls.
Big money.
38 points of physical damage. This
Damn.
thing, you notice that what
Look at
was these
go.
tendrils that kind of were dilapidated, kind of almost like hardwire and fracture into actual antlers as it charges into you and kind of pierces that physical damage manifesting into you. You are also knocked back to close range as you. I would say you're really close to hitting a wall. Had you been a couple feet and didn't kind of ground yourself, you would be kind of like backed up against the coated wall, likely taking some damage from that as well.
Hey, GM,
Uh-huh.
you know that fun little rule that we love to play with where when you're trying to hit an adversary and you do double their severe threshold and you mark 4 hit points? Does that apply to players too? Just out of just out of curiosity.
Yeah, that applies to players too.
Oh, cool, because yeah, that's double my
Ooh.
that's actually more than double.
Wow.
I rolled double on D12s or double
Yeah.
digits on D12s.
It hurt.
On all three.
That's payback for me because I also wrote that.
So I'll be marking 1 armor slot and then 3 hit
Taking
points.
three. Yeah, this
Oof.
thing is not messing
Oof.
around. But you do notice that with that initial hit from Billy, this thing is leaking fluids. It is really hurt. With
Okay.
that, Stacks, I assume that you kind of take this opportunity, the only one able to kind of hear right this moment as Cassie is sent backwards.
Yeah, Stack is a little concerned by that. And he's gonna be like, what? Stop moving!" And he's gonna, I'm gonna cast Death Grip, which in this format, he's going to, out of the tip of his bow, his Iconis, Rocky, he has a little, like, extra notch sticking out kind of the side of it, and he just aims it toward this this remnant, and out of it comes like these little metal rods, and they just reach out toward him, and he is gonna have to. I need to make a spellcast roll. Is what I need.
Oh,
to
you
do.
need to make a spellcast roll.
That's what I need to do first. Yeah,
Yeah.
and see if I even hit. That's not very good. 13, 16 with fear.
16 hits.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So he's got to make a
Stop
reaction
feeding the
roll.
GM.
Okay, 16.
I know. I don't roll well. He's got to make a reaction roll of 13, or take some damage.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Nice.
So he'll
nice.
take.
Great. Good.
That's not great either. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of, I guess, tech damage,
Okay.
And
It's a
he-
minor wound.
and he is restrained temporarily.
Rain. Unable to
that's
move.
massive.
You are at you were able to do that at what range?
Close. I assume
Close,
since he
okay.
charged toward Cassia, he
Yeah,
was.
I would say that with this, you see a moment, and even though it's with fear, I'm just gonna pocket that fear here, as it's kind of I'm trying to move out of these restraints. Kind of recognizing the movement, you kind of take more of like the metal that's around and kind of pull it over this large kind of coral stag, coral like CHOAR. Coral as in chorus.
Singing.
Stag. Yeah. Choir. That word.
Oh.
As it begins kind of wrapping around, I'm gonna let you all take a move here in a moment, but you do notice that the pilgrim, I'll say Billy here, you notice that not only is this pilgrim pleading with you, you do notice that this pilgrim is oddly wet and crying as tears of code drip from its eyes, and seeing the coral stag kind of wrapped, says, "No, not mother," and is going to let go of you, Billy, and start sprinting towards the three of you.
I know technically I don't have opportunity attacks, but if he was grabbing me, could I make a contested
Just make a strength. Just make a strength
strength
check here. Yeah, make a strength
just
check.
to kind of throw him back? Okay, that's a crit.
Yeah, you
that's
just
double
as
sixes.
you grab
Cool.
him-
So
as
calm.
you- as he
So
lets,
calm.
as he attempts to let you go, he's like, "No, let me go, let me go." What are you doing? What are you saying here? As he's trying to break free from you.
I'm just gonna basically grab him with one arm and just kind of hold him, like almost like a little brother, like headlock. It says, try to say to him, "What is that thing? What is he to you? Why are you crying code? Who are you?"
Mother will not let him rest. Mother will not let her rest. No, mother must receive her for her to rest. And you notice he's looking at the woman that's dead, and also looking at the coral stag, kind of going back and forth, a little manic. As we kind of pan back over to this stag, there's a moment for one of you to jump in. Who's jumping in on this?
I would have to say that with that hit to Cassia, Crash kind of screams her name, and the sound of panic in his voice and emotion in his voice is notable as he tries to as he kind of tries to touch the code in the space between his hands and the beast and push it away. That is that is not terrible, but it's 19, but with fear.
19 with fear.
And then that
Success.
is going to be 27 points of damage as it's knocked as much as far range away.
Ooh. Yeah, I will say that with this, sitting at kind of one hit point left, you notice that it kind of just crashes against the stone to the side. It's still kind of wrapped around. You notice that the wraps kind of follow. It's pinned against the wall at this point, and all it can simply do, even with that fear, it just goes, no, and it's just like kind of screaming out and yelling as loud as it possibly can, as it is leaking fluids over and over again. I will say the pilgrim with you, Billy, is just continually screaming. It's like, no, don't let Mother die. Don't let Mother die.
Who is Mother?
I'll clarify this as you say, who is Mother. You all know pilgrims refer to the Motherboard, the large central spire that's within this, on this island, is who they refer to as Mother.
Yeah. But I figure in the context, I'm like, what is one remnant gonna? How's one remnant gonna let Mother die?
Yeah. It's like, Mother touches us all. Mother touches us all now. As he kind of like continues to drip these tears, and. You know what? That was a roll with fear, but instead of spotlighting the coral elk, I'm going to spotlight this pilgrim, as he is going to kind of grab a hold of you, and I'm going to make an attack roll to attempt to cry on you. Billy. That's a natural 1.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say natural 20. I was like, damn. Okay.
Billy, as you immediately notice with that natural 1 on my part, you immediately kind of notice that he's leaking, and he's been touched and infected by whatever these tears are. You've seen a different kind of reaction to some of the people back in Argent, but this individual seems to kind of welcome these tears, welcome this weeping that these pilgrims call, and you recognize as you take a step back away from him. I'm going to keep the focus here on Billy for a moment. What do you do?
So, I would know that crying in code is not a normal thing for a pilgrim.
This is a new phenomenon within the last week.
Okay, so it has been.
This is the first time you've seen a pilgrim crying, but you've been seeing what the pilgrims have been calling tears.
Yeah.
For the past week.
And this pilgrim doesn't appear to be, he's a humanoid or a being.
Yeah, I would say he looks to be human.
Okay. Then I'll just look at him and says, you've been poisoned somehow. I don't know how to help you. Can I just go and make a non-lethal attack at him?
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll. As you kind of take a step back, you do notice here, and I'll just say as a little bit of flavor, you do notice that Maria, the woman that you kind of like touched, as you step back away from this pilgrim, is also weeping tears of code. But make the attack roll. What'd you get?
Yeah, that is a 19, 25 with fear.
25 with fear hits. Go ahead and roll me damage here.
Yeah. I do want it to be. It's just more just a knockout blow.
Yeah, you kind of take the end of your bat and kind of just stab them.
Yeah, just kind of like a bonk.
Yeah.
Let's see, 4, 9, 7, 13, 20. Plus 28 points.
He falls unconscious. With that, all that remains is this coral stag that continues to sing this melody out as it bleeds.
Oh, I want to go at it.
Go for it, Cassia. Taking a moment, your head kind of like snaps back up. I'll say at this point, the muteness leaves the two of you. It's been going long enough that you eventually your sound comes back, and as you crack your head up looking at the stag, what do you do?
I'm gonna look at Crash. You had something to say?
Well, I didn't want to steal your thunder, but I did want to just quickly say, I do have the experienced songwriter. Crash is a musician. Is there anything about this melody that I can glean as my friend Cassia rips?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an instinct roll.
Yeah.
Let's see what Cassie is doing, and then I'll call for that result here in a moment.
Well, Cassie would like to induce catastrophic structural failure on the coral elf.
Yeah, go for it.
Elf. No, that's what it is.
Coral elf. Yeah.
I am coral elf. I'm gonna. So live on the beach. I need to get within close range of it. Is that a possibility of it?
Yeah, easily. You can make your way over.
and I'd like to attack with my Iconus.
Yeah, what does your Iconus look like?
I am my Iconus. So when the Aether Shard embedded itself in me, I became the weapon. So I am able to push out kind of a radiant energy, maybe radioactive, maybe not, who knows, from myself to anything within close range. How's
Go
that
for it.
feel?
Go for it.
Feels good.
A living weapon.
Okay, why are we all rolling with fear, you guys?
I
would
don't know.
love.
Fine. I rolled with hope.
I would love. Okay,
I rolled
well,
hope earlier.
I
It
would
makes
love to
the
stop
game
it.
a little more fun.
Well, it's 19 with fear is what I
It's gun
rolled.
roll.
So that's going to do a lot of damage. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'm not even kidding. I rolled 2 9s and a 10 plus 5.
How do you want to do this? It's wrapped up against. It's literally the metal kind of wraps itself and embeds it onto the side of this like stone wall that basically kind of goes up to what would be kind of because you're in a little like a crevasse essentially. But as you do, what does this look like?
Yeah, I think that this almost like Halo hologram comes from the ground up and then just like shooting out from her as she just kind of channels the raw power along with like watching Crash being, willing to insert himself but not wanting whatever this thing is to hurt herself or any of her friends in this moment, and just anger fuels it.
Yeah, the blast kind of like almost takes him out, and then as it does so, you see just kind of sparks fly out of its mouth. You see where it's where vocal cords should be, kind of spark out and then just explode as it lets out this final call, this one single like B flat note. Crash.
Yeah, 17
With
on that. With hope.
with hope. Okay, you had that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You begin to listen and kind of take in your instincts. While most instincts would be, what is the sound? What is the static? You kind of peer further. The static itself sounds like musical notes being played in a sequence over and over and over again, and it kind of hits in the portions of your memory that have been affected by your own exposure to this code, and then you start to see notes that look almost like vocal words, and it just sings the songs. Come near, bring us near. Come near, bring all near. Come near. And it's just this constant song of bring them here, bring more, bring yourself. Billy, at this point, kind of looking over to you, you do notice that the woman, as you knock him out, did not die to the remnant, but instead you see what looks to be just kind of a intentional slit to the throat.
Oops.
This pilgrim did this.
I'll look back at the body. I'll look at this pilgrim, and I'll grab him by one foot and I'll drag him back to the to the group. He's not dead, but something weird's going on.
And is it just Crash who is more or less seeing the music, or are we all registering that too?
Crash, as you are kind of like in tune with this, as this body's being dragged, you notice that those same notes of come here, come close, bring them here, just radiate at a higher frequency with the pilgrim that is being dragged towards you.
So their proximity is changing the the tune or owning the tune?
It seems that they are affected by this sound. It's kind of more now for you a distant thought of that sound,
Okay.
but that frequency is still radiating from the pilgrim.
That's disturbing, but I race over to Cassia and start to I reach into my Iconus and kind of let a handful of nanobots into my hand, and I kind of just spread them over the place that she was gored, and just keep saying, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine.
Luckily, that's a 21 with fear, so you get 2 hit points or 2 stress back. Cassia.
Amazing. But how are you? Are you okay? You seem shaken.
Doesn't
I
matter.
can tell.
It doesn't matter.
You don't have a lot of time because I am going to spend a fear, as it's almost like a countered frequency from what you all heard before.
Okay.
Starts to kind of reverberate, and slowly, Crash, you become aware as you tell everybody to start moving. You start to see the tears that were kind of that were frozen in the air beginning to slowly start speeding back up to the ground. I'm going to put a countdown here. There is a space at the opposite end for you all to stay clear from the tears, but you do need to get there in time. The countdown currently is 4.
I grab Cassia's hand and race towards that spot. Whoever's close to me, because I didn't want to lose touch with this other phenomenon going on, but I think it is pretty clear that we need to get to safety.
Are we endeavoring to find the source of the saline discharge?
Yeah,
As we run.
we're endeavoring to live, Cassia. So let's, and we run.
So, how I want to pose this to you all is within this basin, there's a variety of different things. This place has been kind of left to the unclear. I want you to describe to me how you either dodge out of the way from these tiers, or how you find or push various material in this kind of abandoned basin to get to essentially this cave, this cove on the other side. So, who would want to go first here?
Well, I think Billy will just say, well, this body means nothing. Just kind of leave him on the ground where he lie. And then, so I say, as we reach kind of the brim of this basin, we'll see kind of scattered around different parts of old machinery. I'll try to grab different pieces that look flat enough, and said this, just ride this down. It's going to be way faster.
Okay.
And we're going to basically take these parts and sled down the downhill of the basin.
Okay, I love it. I finesse or agility or knowledge. Like, I feel like there's a lot of roles here. For anybody who's actually done surfing, which I have never done, I know it's incredibly technical, knowledge-wise, outside of the physical side.
Is it a group roll or just for me?
It's just you. You're the one leading everyone through this.
Yeah, I'm going to do an agility roll. Climbing expert doesn't really fit for that, but that's okay.
Yeah. I think we're doing the opposite of climbing. We're falling.
Yeah. Okay. Roll a 14 with fear.
14 is a success. It is going to be done with fear.
Okay.
As you begin kind of
Still
navigating, you eventually make it to kind of like this flat bottom of the basin, but eventually you get to the point where the ground itself kind of has all this rubble, and the space where you normally would be able to slide fairly easy gets rough to the point where the friction stops you having to kind of get up. You notice that the rain continues to fall at this point. It is speeding up, and as it speeds up, the DC that was just 14 increases to now 15.
Oof.
Okay. How long of a distance do we have to cross? So
you have to cross a countdown of 4's distance.
Got it.
Are you Southern measuring time and distance? It's about 5 minutes up that road, sweetheart.
About 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Take a left. So Crash is inspired by what Billy is doing. However, as he kind of runs to look down into this, this slope that everyone's going to ski down, he sees Maria and has a thought that it might be helpful to find out what she knew, as he has a spell called Final Words.
Okay.
So instead,
Nice.
I'm gonna, if it's okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
weird.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say that Maria is actually my obstacle, and I'm going to try to create a arcane door and shove both Maria and myself through it to get to the safety.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Does that
Yeah, go ahead and make me a
sense?
spellcaster
There's a lot
for
of
Arcane
possible
Door.
failure in there. So
Normally, Arcane Door is a roll just to succeed on casting it. I will say this time the DC will be 15 on that. So if you have experiences that you would like to use, now would be a good time.
If you would allow, so you have an experience called Alter Ego.
Okay.
Which usually is in times of great panic for Crash, which is quite a lot of the time. But he suddenly becomes like calm and focused and
yeah, I'll allow
takes
it.
chances.
I can dig it.
Okay. All right, then thank you. Oh, no, that's terrible. Darn it. That is with hope. It's only a 5 with hope.
A 5 with hope. As you begin kind of like manifesting the door, that is going to be a fail, which brings the failure countdown up to 1. You do not want the failure countdown to reach 3.
No, I don't.
As you do so, the arcane portals begin to kind of open, but as you open the other end of the portal, you notice that it gets hit with splashes of rain, and it just stops the portal from manifesting on the other side. While one end of the door may be, the other one doesn't. Having to kind of take Maria on and follow with the rest of the crew, that is going to be a setback as you all are kind of like waiting at the bottom of the hill. But as soon as Crash catches up with you all, what do you all find in front of you to overcome?
So in front of us, Stack sees kind of a narrower path to follow through, and it is riddled with just old trash. It kind of makes it hard to navigate through. Stack is going to try to grab his Iconus once again, and from his many pouch pockets, he grabs this little green, like gooey substance and kind of smashes it on the middle of his Iconus. And I'm going to try to cast Corrosive Projectile and melt away like the metallic and non-organic kind of stuff.
Go for it.
And this is going to be the DC of 15, not spellcast roll.
Correct. DC of 15 on this one.
Oof.
Why?
Holy cow. That's an 11 with fear.
11 with fear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not...
With an 11 with fear. Can I have everyone make a agility reaction roll for me?
Oh boy.
Of course.
The countdown is now at 2 as the rain speeds up pretty quick.
All right. I rolled good on that. That's an 18 for me.
18. 10.
18 as well.
18.
6.
6. Crash and Cassia not doing well on the reactions here, but
Yeah.
Stack and Billy, you get a little wet, but able to kind of move quick enough and kind of keep it away from your face. You only mark a stress. Crash and Cassia, as the rain hits you, there's a moment where you try to like wipe it clear from your face, But for Crash, like, part of it's already on your hand. For Cassia, it drips ever so shy and enters your eyes. You two both lose a hope.
Oof.
Oh, man. I was going to do something
The
cool with that
rain
hope, too.
about to enter into a downpour. You all hear a harmonic song at this point, as each code is a different note. The chords are almost playing a song, and now you all hear what Crash heard before. You hear, "Come to me, draw near, cry with me." Ahead lies your next obstacle. Cassia, what do you see?
It's not what I see, it's what I feel. And I think that's the problem, is that we've been trying to perceive physical obstacles when all we need is in the weave of this technological code. So I'd love to use my arcane sense to see if I can navigate the way through without intercepting.
Yeah, make me a spellcast roll.
No! No.
Come on. Well, and sadly I lost my last hope, and I was planning on using, it's not terrible, but it's not great. But let me do some math really quickly, because okay, it's an 11 with hope.
11 is a failure.
Yep. Boy.
With an 11, that brings the count down to 3.
Yep.
It is now a downpour.
Okay.
Oof.
You all begin running, kind of navigating through as best as you possibly can,
Yep.
but you are now all soaked with code. The song becomes clear, however, in this. You begin to hear the sounds of an individual who is calling for you to come closer. It says, "When you draw to me, I wish to hold you in my arms. When you come to me, I wish to know you by name. When you come to me, I wish to be one with you." You all take a scar.
Oh.
Dang.
As you kind of find yourself in the cove now, away from the rest of the tears that fall from the sky, you would imagine that the sound of rain ends. And to an extent it does. But that song the rain sang in the midst of its drip only get louder. In this cave, you see what looks to be this bioluminescent, almost like coolant that is kind of dripping off from a hole in the wall, or in the cave, like kind of like centers into like one open basin. You see kind of emerge this kind of hollow and like sky almost, that just, it looks like the blue that you would see from the sky, but is just code lining that hole. The liquid itself almost reflects kind of like the ocean on the ground, and at its center floats this kind of sphere. It hums and it sings, and the ground almost trembles with that same song, but louder. And then from the sphere, you see just two kind of metal limbs unfurl. "Come to me, children. Come to me and lament with me. Since you all have been scarred, I need you to make an instinct reaction roll here."
Hey guys, I have a great idea. What if we rolled well? All of us.
Nope.
Let's workshop it.
That's already
I
a
refuse.
That's a
Je
12.
refuse. Well, I did,
reaction roll, you said?
I did my part. I rolled great.
I got an 11.
I got a 23.
Okay,
Wow. 17.
17.
12.
See,
12.
We
See,
need
they're
to get
the
it
smart
together.
ones. We're the fast ones. That's what's happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I want all four
that
of us
would
to
make
thrive.
sense. if Matt beat the DC,
Oh.
Damn,
but
son.
you are
Ouch.
one shy.
Oof.
The three
Oh,
of you,
No.
Cassia, the only one that kind of sits and recognizes something's wrong. You three, in your mind, see an individual in the center of this lake of sorts that you wish to comfort. Can you describe to me the individual that you see and who you begin to walk forward towards?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's my Meemaw. And she's in a rocking chair. And she is weeping quietly. She doesn't want to wake up her daughter, who has just been so brutally mean to her for being old and for being slow. And Crash heard this, and he woke up hearing her crying, and he just needs to comfort her.
Begin walking forward towards your Mima. You hear the sound that what was a song now kind of shifts into a kind of rocking chair back and forth. That kind of familiar creaking that draws you in. Stack, who do you see that you wish to comfort?
Stack sees his little brother. He's a little goblin, about 10 years old. And he is holding the broken remains of a gift that Stack actually did give him 3 years prior. It was made up of some scraps that he kind of put together and did his best to fasten together to make a little like action figure, because as scavengers they didn't really have a lot, and this figure is just broken on the ground in front of his little brother, and his brother's crying.
Your mother, you just hear the words like, Stack, it's broken, I'm sorry. It's broken, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break it. And you just keep uttering the words, it's okay. As you walk forward. Billy, what do you see?
Billy sees his wife that was also his first mate when they would on their ship, and you see on the deck is just her. You could see the night sky, all the stars out in the middle of this ocean, and it would be one of their sort of nightly rituals. They'd lay down and look up at the sky on the deck, point out different stars, different constellations.
As you see your first mate, your wife, your partner, just crying. I just don't understand. Why? Why? And just continually saying why over and over again. You three are marked vulnerable. While in this vulnerable state, you cannot move anywhere but forward whenever you take an action. Cassia.
Yeah.
As you see the three of them begin to step forward, their voices to them sound like their own responses to their loved ones. But to you, you just hear the chorus sing. These notes of an organ once more going into kind of its crescendo at this point as they are being lured towards this individual. But in the center, the creature the being that had these metal limbs unfurled, you now see what looks to be this kind of fractured face of forms begin to glow. Part machine, but the other part a crafted almost mourning mask. As it looks and calls out, continuing to like take these songs that as they cry, lamenting with their loved ones, begin to fuel it. With that, I'm going to give you a moment here to decide what to do, as they are now, I would say, within close range, while you are still at far.
I am opposed to anyone inflicting harm on my friends. So the first thing that I'm going to do is channel raw power,
Okay.
placing my floating eye into my bolt and gaining 2 additional hope in its place.
Okay.
Because I don't got no hope right now and I need some.
Okay.
no hope right now.
Then the second thing that I am going to do is unleash some chaos.
Unleash
I'd like
that
to
chaos.
to rewrite his code. So I am going to now spend a hope to add my experience digital witness to this, and I'm going to go ahead and dump all 4 tokens worth of power into it because that
Love
feels
it.
like the right thing to do here. So that is going to be. I didn't even need to spend the hope, but it's a crit. It's 2 3s.
It's a
Yes.
crit. As you do so, firing through, you begin to rewrite this code, and as it's rewriting, it's almost like making its own sound. As the rest of you are still locked in, as it almost asks you before you kind of fire this, who do you initially see before you realize it's a ruse?
I think I see Crash, and that's what makes me realize that it's not a ruse
I love it.
because I know he's actually right there.
How
All right,
much
so am I adding base
does it
damage
deal?
with?
Yeah, a base damage maxed plus what you roll.
All right, so I'm adding what I roll to 40. No big deal. It's fine. Everything's great.
Wow.
And of course, I start out rolling crummy with 2 2s. That's what your luck has to run out sometime. Okay, so
That's the only
Not
drop of
my
luck
luck.
we've
It's your unluck. There's a
I was
difference.
about to say that's the only drop of luck we've had all game.
so
Yeah.
how's 52 points of
52. That's a severe
Of-
wound
of
for
code.
sure.
yeah, and that's why I say I just kind of reach out and say I would like to sunder your code.
Yeah,
Mm.
beginning to do so. Can you describe to me the music that you play here as your code takes audible form?
I want to mess with him, and I want to go for like the opposite of what is filling my auditory sensors right now. So I'd love for it to be like a spaghetti western, like as obnoxiously as possible. I think maybe there's even like kazoos in there too, just to make it like extra bad.
Yeah, it starts off with a sharp harmonica.
Yeah. Not that there's
Yeah,
anything
quite
wrong with
often.
harmonicas or
Not that
harmonica
there's anything wrong
players.
with harmonica. In the
It's
correct
just- it's-
in the
it's
correct
the opposite.
setting, it is
No, there's-
perfect. In the
yes.
wrong setting, it
If
can
someone
be
can play
used
it.
incorrectly.
Yeah.
We're looking at you, Alanis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Alanis. I don't even know who you are, but yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that
Alanis
any
Morissette?
harmonica players in the
Oh.
room with us right now were not offended if y'all would like a little Maddie Lore drop.
No.
Anyways, in doing so, that's going to be a severe wound as you fire this this rewritten code, kind of shaking at this. You know what? I have the fear. You begin to kind of hear the
What a
song
jerk.
kind of echo out loud. It counters the initial tune that you begin playing. With this once more lamenting melody. With that, it is going to move forward towards all 3 of you. And I will spend a fear.
Stack, Billy, Crash, please come
use-
back to me.
I'm going to use a fear to use Allegro. With that, everything begins to speed up, and it is going to take 3 swipes all at you at once. All of a sudden, you see this kind of like, it swipes with one hand, but it just followed with like 3 more manifested hands
May I
of code.
counterspell that?
Ooh, you certainly can.
Yes, you
try.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, with my spaghetti western pistols blazing, I'd like to put a little. I'm now a space cowboy apparently.
You like hold out the accordion wide. Yeah,
Space Pirates, Space Cowboys, we're in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna counterspell that, and now that also goes into my vault.
yeah. Is there a spellcast roll with it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
You're right. I need to make a spellcast roll. And now since I'm just swimming in so much hope, I'm definitely going to spend a hope I think that I'm going to use my experience, Friend of the Devil.
Oh, you're playing Devil Wind out of Georgia right now? The
Pretty
non-copyright
much.
version?
Yeah, exactly.
Non-copyright.
Okay. That's a great roll. That is 18, 22, 23, 24. Fart with fear.
Okay.
Oh,
24
my
with
gosh.
fear is a success, though. Wait, this is a reaction roll from you. So actually, it's just a 24. Counterspell is a reaction.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
by making a reaction
Oh.
roll, you're right. Oh my God, thank you for reading my sheet when I failed to.
Wow.
You
That's a good
see
DM right
three
there.
hands like lift up. They almost look like conductor notes for a moment, and then as it slashes down, you see it essentially become like this butcher's blade, as if it's trying to kill the three. And as it goes down, that same rewritten code, it almost just like jambles and just corrupts, and then like it goes down for on them, but just a wide open space as the code fractures around them. With that, I am going to say you all are now within melee range of this creature. You are vulnerable, but you can... What the three of you do
What-
is you recognize that
Yeah,
you
are we-
are...
What
Yeah,
state,
you
what
know,
state of
you're-
mind are we in?
Yeah, you feel like you have just seen your loved ones attack you. So it sets off some flares as you see, but then as with this counterspell, as it kind of dispels the coated blade, it also fractures and shows you that you're clearly fighting something else. You still must move towards it, but you are still vulnerable at this time.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a spell that I have just renamed Ghost Protocol.
Okay.
And it's actually called Reveal. But if there's anything magically hidden within close range,
Ooh.
it is revealed. Would this count? Is it that kind of... Are we talking...
Make me the spellcast
possibility?
roll for reveal
Okay.
here then.
Alrighty.
Of Tech
Sorry,
Cast
Ghost
Road, I guess,
Protocol.
would be, yeah, of Ghost Protocol. Yeah.
Thank you. That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, but with fear.
15 with fear. I will say that you do notice that there does seem to be almost like this creature is in front of you, physical material as manifested code. It is a remnant, but you do also notice that in the space above the platform it was just standing on, where you would essentially see the opening of coded sky, you do note that there is something there.
Okay.
You're not sure what it is, but it's there. There's a thing behind the veil. As you're not sure what it is, but noted. As you kind of spot this, though, that is a roll with fear. So I'm just going to take a standard attack roll towards
everybody.
you.
But-
as this is just
but
going
maybe
to
that's-
be,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
as I'm calling this standard attack, is just going to be its Lamenter Blade. That is a natural 19 on the die with modifiers. I'm sure that will hit.
It does.
To who? Oh, to
To Crash.
Crash.
23 points of physical damage.
All right.
Go.
23 points. That is...
You have some
Not
ass
great.
whooping baddies. GM.
yeah. Let's see. I do have some weird thing that allows me to... Yeah. Okay. 23 is a good hit. Major one. Yeah.
And as it swings down, I'll pass it back to you two. Stack, Billy. Seeing, and also with that Crash, I'll say that you are just moved a little bit kind of out of the way as it kind of hits you, kind
Sure.
of spread from the other two.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So,
Billy.
Sorry, so I know what's going on for Billy. We don't see any of this. We are in our own vision still at the moment.
You saw it fracture for a moment.
Okay.
So you saw essentially your wife attack you.
Okay.
And then as it attacked you, you saw the fracturing of this, basically this large head with limbs that's basically just floating, with a mask, and makes an attack right to you.
Okay.
Would they hear my
But-
voice calling out to
They
them?
do. You're aware that, so let's just say this. You are marked vulnerable,
Mhm.
You see your individual, or you see your loved one, but you know something's up.
Okay. So given all
Really?
that, I still see my wife in front of me.
My
Uh,
wife.
My wife. I want to basically go up to her and just give her a big hug. And I'm gonna hug her and say, as much as I miss you, I know that this isn't real. And I want to, can I break out of whatever mental prison that in through all this?
What role do you think this would be?
A knowledge roll as a remembrance of who.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I spend a hope to offer the help action as I continue to call out, please join me in this
Yeah.
dense physical reality?
All out. You spend the hope. Go ahead and roll a d6 on top.
And then I'm gonna dump all of my Know the Tide tokens on this as well, which is gonna give me another +3.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty okay. So 16,
Plus.
18, and then I'll roll the advantage.
That's a D6.
Oh, and a 6. So
Nice.
Success.
Yep.
You break free, and as you hold on to this individual, you begin to recognize immediately that this is not your wife. I am going to
Yeah.
spend a fear here, and I am going to use... let's just use Memory Pulse, as it is going to take the memory of your wife. And can you make... Actually, I need to roll the hit first. Actually, you all are in melee range. Memory Pulse hits all of you. Would attempt to hit all of you. That is a natural
20?
1.
20.
Oh.
Hey, I'm going
Natural,
to use
natural.
Danger Sense, if you don't mind, to force an adversary to reroll an attack against you or an ally within very close range.
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
you are. Ooh.
See
See,
if I
now
get
we
double
fight
luck.
back.
This is my double luck. This is my lucky die.
Nope.
It was really close to a natural 20, and then it tipped.
That is going to be I think it still hits. It's just not a natural 20. 17?
Yeah.
17 hits. With a 17...
Is this against all of us?
It's against all of us.
Correct?
All of
Okay.
you guys.
I'm going to
with a
also
17.
use I See
Uh-huh.
It Coming real quick and
Uh-huh.
cast Mark of Stress, roll a d4 to increase my evasion. I got a 2, makes my evasion 18.
18.
And I'm going to
You
use my
managed to
natural
kind of-
evasion for this.
Oh, everyone except Cassia. Sorry, everyone
Okay.
except Cassia.
Okay,
yeah.
fine. Fine.
So,
Didn't want to play with
Stack,
y'all anyway.
kind of like breaking out of this for a moment. I really don't know how you're able to do this because you can't move away from her right now. But there's a moment that you dig deep. Can the two of you, Crash and Billy, as Stacks, you resist this? Can the two of you make me a presence reaction roll for me? Actually, Crash, you'd be doing it with disadvantage. Since you are still vulnerable.
Okay.
Not the natural condition is vulnerable, but it's her passive.
Can I use an experience?
Uh-huh.
I have an experience called Not a Fainting Goat. So it means when I get scared, I don't fall over.
I'm proud of you.
It's okay. That's all I got. I mean, you can say no. I was just.
I love when
She's
you
trying to
don't-
tap. She's trying to. Like, obviously, I'm afraid in all of this, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna let you fuck with me anymore, especially since I just got out. But yeah, if you say no, you say no. It was worth a try. It was worth a try to ask.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Daniel, I also will get hit. I See It Coming is for anything beyond melee range, which I failed to read earlier. So I'm going to
you will
unmark
get
that
hit.
stress.
But you still have
and-
not see it coming.
You don't
Or
see it
whatever
coming.
the thing is. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't use it,
Yeah.
though.
So I will have
My
you
use
make a
of-
presence reaction as well.
Presence reaction.
With disadvantage, Stack.
With this
Because of the passive.
My use of reveal earlier didn't help me see through
You
Mima. Just
Oh,
that was
that's
kind of what I was
your
going
attempt. If
for.
that's what your
Yeah,
attempt was,
sorry.
no,
Yeah.
no. I thought you were just
Okay.
trying to see. Is there anything else in this room that I don't see?
no,
no,
I was trying to like
No,
see through.
I would allow that. That makes total
Okay.
sense.
I should have been
yeah,
clearer.
You clearly,
Okay.
that ain't your Mima.
Okay. So I'll just take
you make the roll
disadvantage,
not
right?
with disadvantage. It's a straight roll.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Players,
That's
make sure you tell your GM what your intent is. Otherwise, the
I know,
GM
I'm
will make
sorry.
up the intent.
Yeah, I'm not used to that. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not used to it.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Stack got a 10.
So, what is happening? Like, we're rolling presents, right?
Yeah, I hit you, and you are rolling presents. Yes.
Okay, that is going to be an 11.
All three of you do fail.
Oh,
Balls.
Stack, your loved one you no longer see because you don't know them anymore. As it has taken that code, you all take 3 stress. Play passes back to you. Something has clearly taken a memory. This lamenter wants everything from you. As it says, I wish to know what everyone else knows. I wish to feel the way you all feel. And it's taking your memories to replicate that understanding.
I think with the feeling of knowing something very important taken from me, I'm going to just go ahead and Caprine leap up above it and come smashing down over top with Midnight.
Go for it.
I'm going to mark a stress to go reckless. 20 with hope.
Hits. Roll. You gave that hope.
Okay. I'm going to mark another stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to mark it for death. On a successful weapon attack, you can mark a stress to mark the target for death. Attacks made against this target, I get a bonus d6 damage.
Okay.
And you can clear this by using the number of fear equal to my proficiency, if you so wish. But anyways, with that, I can't do kick because I'm going to do kick. All right, I'm fully stressed out. I'm throwing kick on there too. Since
You
it's
said
my
you're
first
fully
attack.
stressed out?
Fully stressed out right now.
Ooh, okay.
So let me do that. I'm sorry. I got a lot going on right now.
You have a lot of dice here.
Yeah. Plus another 5 is 40 because of mark of death strike. Or no, because of mark for death. Yes. So he'd be taking 80 damage because it's the first of the scene again. So I rolled a 40 on, and they'll be taking 80 damage.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot. Can I keep doing just like 2 more things? I don't want to take over everything. Can I use my
That is
hope feature?
4 hit points. And no.
Okay.
I'm going to spend fear.
Okay.
Savage.
What's your proficiency at?
It's at 3, and with
3.
With that, what's it called? Severe damage. I actually heal
Okay.
a hit point back.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to spend 3 fear, and I still have some to use. With that, I am going to use its once per scene action, Weeping Wail. With Weeping Wail, this is going to affect all creatures within, or it'll target everyone within very far range,
So all of us.
which means everyone.
Great.
Basically, as long as you're in this cave.
Yeah.
If you stepped out, you'd be fine. But none of you had the foresight to pick that.
Yeah. The foresight. Yeah.
Walk out.
I
Leave.
totally had an option. I wasn't charmed to walk towards this thing. Yeah.
Daggerheart
I
doesn't
had
seem
free
like
will.
that much fun. I'm gonna go.
Actually, you know what, guys? I'm done.
Y'all
I will
feel
need-
like you have this handled. So
I need everyone to
Wow.
make an agility reaction. I'm doing a lot of rolls for you guys, but that's it's gonna start raining in here.
it's a raining man.
A lot of agility
12.
today.
Not
12,
good. 13.
13,
15.
15,
18.
18. Okay. 18 just succeeds.
Yeah.
You take half of this,
Okay.
but I'll specify what happens. You all take 4 hit points, but you can choose to spend hope to reduce the number of hit points marked.
Can we use armor?
You cannot use armor on this.
Okay. I have
Yours is 2, Cassia,
Oh, okay.
because you succeeded.
Cool. I'm just going to take them both.
Okay.
I'm going to take them like a woman.
4 hit points, unless you choose to spend hope to reduce the number.
I'm spending 1 hope and taking 3.
Ditto.
Tier 3, baby.
Stack is tired. She's tired of standing around. I'm gonna spend my one last hope to try to mark this as my ranger's focus.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
You're taking the 4 damage?
I took 3. I still had my 2. I hadn't spent any hope yet.
Noted.
I haven't gained any hope yet either.
Play passes back to you all. There's a reason I didn't give this thing relentless.
Yeah, golly.
Yeah, that's dirty.
So that's a 9, 10, 11, 16 with hope to hit.
It does not hit.
Son of a.
Shy
Okay.
still.
All right.
Rolls have
I-
not been kind.
No.
Stacks, what were you attempting?
I was just gonna attempt to shoot it and leave if I could.
I want to tag team. I'm ready to
I don't
tag
think
team.
I don't think that
wanna
takes
tag
your hope
team.
though if you don't hit
So it says
for Ranger's focus.
It says
Yeah,
spend,
Ranger's Focus requires you to hit.
spend a hope
When
and
you
make an
hit.
attack against the target.
Yeah, when you hit, you spend the hope for Ranger's Focus.
So your hope
So
is not
I-
lost?
So it's
Wait,
not
Wait,
lost.
you
hold
didn't-
on.
It says spend a hope and make an attack against the target. On a success, deal your attack's normal damage.
I think
Uh,
we're thinking the other thing, AJ.
Oh, I'm thinking of
We're
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
I
Got
know
it.
what you're talking about.
the
It's the other thing.
Apex Predator or whatever.
Apex Predator, yeah, we're thinking that.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm
Apex
Ryan's
pretty
just
sure
too good at
it's not
Daggerheart.
Yeah, Apex Predator is post. On that miss, Billy, I think you're the closest to me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
was with
going to
hope.
take a standard attack. Oh, but it was a miss. So
It was a
still
miss.
Wasn't
with hope,
this-
yeah. And you do get advantage. That will
okay. Thank you.
do get advantage because I am fully stressed.
10 to hit.
Still misses.
Misses. That's my action. It passes back to you all.
Do you actually have? Yeah. Do you have
I
an
have 3
idea,
hope.
Cassia? 'Cause-
I have
Okay.
3 hope. I'm going to spend a stress to replenish the tokens on my Unleash Chaos.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to...
Okay.
Who do you call out to?
I call out to Crash.
Uh huh.
Are you ready to reformat its reality?
Heck yeah.
Breathe.
Let's do it.
Okay. And you see her familiar conjuring as she channels her raw power. And we're both going to roll our... What are you going to do?
Okay. So what I was wondering was, where are we in this space?
You tell
I
me
have
where
a
you
s-
kind of have landed in the midst of this chaos. I think you'd be anywhere within close range at most.
Okay. What I would like to do is create a firewall construct, which in which I
You
instantiate
create a
blazing
literal
wall.
firewall.
Yes, a
like a
literal
literal
firewall
cyber- yeah.
construct, a blazing wall of plasma between 2 points
Melvin!
of my
As opposed to a cyber firewall. We have to
haven't
specify here.
seen him in so
Yeah.
long.
exactly.
A firewall, if you will. I'll get it. I
And
gotta
if
go.
anybody that falls in takes some data burn damage, but But what I would love to do is to position it such that perhaps my teammate, my friend Cassia, can blast it into this wall.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Firewall construct.
Go ahead and make the attack roll, the two of you. Or make the spellcast roll.
Come on.
I will do that.
Let's go high and with some hope, because we need it.
Big money. Come on, man.
Big money, no whammies.
No
Medium-sized money. Aww.
14 with fear is mine.
Okay. Mine's an 18 with hope.
There we go.
18 just hits.
That's
That is the DC. Go ahead and roll for damage, both of you. I will say that you managed to kind of fire this thing to push it into the fire. For sure.
Oh, jeez.
Beast.
And rice.
Beast.
Okay.
Okay, what am I doing?
Nice. 19,
10.
20, 21, 22. 22. For me plus.
20.
So 42.
20 plus 42?
Mm-mm. 22
Oh,
plus
total
20,
42.
if total of 42. I wish,
22.
but no.
Mm.
It has 2 hit points left.
that
That'd be a severe wound. How do you want to do this?
Wow.
Describe to me what this looks like, Crash and Cassia.
The power of Earth.
Yeah. I think let's just say that they've done this before, and those are the key commands that she speaks, that both make his heart flutter in his chest, but also knows exactly what to do and what she is going to do. And Cassia, I'll let you describe, but he
You see the
like a
manifested
Tron
plasma
wall.
behind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think this time Cassia's magic takes a much more corporeal form than any of you have ever seen it take, as it lashes out with a bolt of purple lightning into him, and kind of this like creepy hand extends at the end. It's not like the rewriting of code that we're used to. It's something far more raw and real.
Phasing beyond the ether, you spawn this wall of plasma, as Cassia, something that has not existed much within the confines of the motherboard. As you ignite something more primal within you, this spawn of what can only be described to as the arcane, truly something that can only be manifested from those who understand or have just found themselves in a plea for help. This manifests with this hand kind of grabbing a hold of this mask. As it does so, it almost tears it off and shoves the creature through. As it burns through, the remnants of this light that this being radiated goes dim through the plasma, as it almost eats that plasma wall up, and all that's left is the metal frame. It drops to the ground, no longer floating. It now sitting on this basin, this central platform that you saw it when you entered. The space above still maintains this liquid, but then you see it kind of open, almost like a wound, and the heavens opening up. As this light pours, you see a couple drops kind of linger, but they don't stick to the frame of the creature. You hear letting loose this sound of a choir, like screaming and praying in the same breath, as it returns to the wall and just gets soaked by the earth rather than sitting on top. And then you see a single drop of water that drips onto the frame of this once a lamented creature, this remnant with no life. And as it hits, all of you hear a silence, and then you hear a very faint word, choose. And it ripples and echoes. The drop of water does hold a light, and as you see the portion on the back that kind of opens up the internal circuitry. You see a way that the circuits can be formed. You have 3 options. For one of you, it could be to destroy it, to end its corruption, and erase whatever it was. You could choose to stabilize it, to heal it, and empower it. Or And there's a fraction of it that looks almost alive. You can choose to merge with it. This is a remnant that you haven't seen, and the circuitry is different. There's almost like it's flesh and life. As you all stand around, looking at each other to decide what to do, there's a faint word that says, "Now you understand why I weep. I was never meant to live apart from you all." And that's where we'll end our session today.
Whoa.
The choice that has to be made
We don't get to choose.
at another time.
Well, with that, that is this episode of The Gauntlet. Once again, Matt, AK, thank you both for being here. This adventure would definitely not have been the same had it not been with you two. Before we let you all go, where can we find you once more?
You can find us at Enter the Pocket Dimension on YouTube, on Patreon, on Blue Sky, on Instagram.
Even LinkedIn.
Yeah, even LinkedIn.
That's what I'm doing. I'm following you guys on LinkedIn now.
I'm not even doing that yet, but sure, yeah.
No.
We do.
Yeah,
We have a really fun YouTube channel that sometimes we are lucky enough to be blessed on by some of the faces you see here, and hopefully more very soon,
More and
as
more,
well as a
please.
thriving Discord community. And we would love to welcome you into our nerdy little place with open arms.
Tentacles.
Open tentacles.
Tentacles.
There you
A lot
go.
of tentacles.
Circuit
Be warned,
training.
there are a lot of tentacles on their channel.
We
There are a
yeah,
lot of tentacles.
we have a lot of
We-
weird
we-
in jokes that most of us don't even remember
I never
how they got
understood.
there.
But
Yeah.
it is a fun.
But it's darling. Yeah.
It's adorable.
Find your people, and I'm glad that all the people on this screen are some of mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. This was so
Thanks-
fun.
Thanks for coming, guys. I love playing with you guys.
I've been more excited about Motherboard than anything about. Well, that's not true. That's a big statement, but I've been very, very excited about Motherboard.
Yeah.
It's just.
I can't
awesome.
believe it's taken you this long to
Yeah.
finally get to play it.
I wanted to wait to the perfect moment, and tonight was it. Thank you. Seriously, Daniel. That was really beautiful, man. I really, really loved that. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
As for everybody else, you can find us on BladeBound Saga, all the other normal places you've been seeing us, and look out for the next episode of The Gauntlet, because
The
this is
last episode of The Gauntlet.
The last episode.
next one is the last one, so be on the lookout for that. We're
And very
excited
soon, you'll be able to find BladeBound Saga also on LinkedIn.
I guess I'm working on it.
There's our gauntlet that we're issuing to
Oh
you.
gosh. LinkedIn page.
I'm so sorry.
I'll do that right after I make our MySpace page up and running too.
I think on that
Did I just
note,
age that? Age
no,
all of us right there?
you're dating us back to the motherboard
Okay.
way too much fast. The motherboard is not happy with it.
Listen,
Anyways,
Here's how I'll
everyone,
close us out. If the
Okay.
Pocket Dimension had a MySpace page, BladeBound Saga would definitely be in our top 8.
Oh, my
So
God.
true, though.
Very
So
sweet.
we will
freaking
see you
true.
next time. Good night. everyone.
Love you guys.
Good night and good luck.
Bye.
Uh,
I broke Daniel.
You broke Daniel.
Summon horror.
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 Summon horror. Horror.
Yeah.
That is a natural
20?
20.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever had anyone quadruple the severe threshold.
Quadruple it?
This would be a first.
Wow. Yeah, so Chuck is gonna wave in its face and just be like, duh, look at me, I smell like bacon. And I'm gonna try to chase it away. And I'm gonna use
It's all fun and games, but we got you. Put this beforehand. Bugs love bacon.